All right, so this is going to be 1, 2, and 3-point perspective. A really quick demonstration. All right, so 1-point perspective. 1-point perspective is used for if you're like walking down a hallway or something like that. You can kind of see all the lines converge at one point. So right here, so this is your horizon line. The horizon line is equivalent to the eye level. I'm going to put a vanishing point right here. So a couple things. I can draw a box, and all I'm going to do is just draw a flat rectangle. I'm going to use my red pencil. So this is a flat rectangle. All lines are parallel to the sides or the top, with the exception of these two lines that I'm going to draw right now, going to a vanishing point. Now, these lines are called converging lines, convergent lines, also orthogonal lines, but they converge to a vanishing point because these two lines are parallel, and to create that illusion of space, they converge to the vanishing point. Anywhere along this plane, I can kind of crop it off. I'm going to end it right there. I just call that the end of the plane. I'm going to erase these two lines or just lighten them so you can kind of see this as a cube. Now, if I want to make this transparent, I can. Straight down and then straight across. So in order to make that transparent, all I did was I took the corner that you don't see, run it to the vanishing point, and then I dropped a line vertical, and I dropped a line, when those two lines met, I drew a line horizontally. Now, you can put a rectangle anywhere on this paper and draw these two forms. Or, I'm sorry, just draw, using 1-point perspective. And again, it's most commonly used interiors or like a railroad or something like that. So I'm just going to draw these 3 corners that are further away from it to the vanishing point. I can do this one, but not yet. First, I just want to establish the exterior of this box. Going to make it about this big. So I drew a line here randomly anywhere along that plane, and then it allows me to, or where those two lines meet right here, then I put another line in going in this direction. Then I can erase this out. And I do want you to make this transparent. In order to do so, you're going to take this back right hand corner and connect it to the vanishing point. Just make a nice light line. You're going to take this corner where these two lines meet here, and you're going to draw a line over to the right side. And then you're going to, where these two lines meet, you're going to drop a line vertically straight down, and hopefully everything meets where it should. So if I drop it right down, it should meet on that back corner, and it kind of just barely misses it, but that's fine. So there's a transparent cube going back in space. You can clean it up by erasing a few lines. So what I want you to do for this part of the project is just draw 2 more. So 4 rectangles. If you can draw, just so you know, right on the horizon line too. So you can put a rectangle. I'm just going to do a quickie one here, right here. And then all what happened is it just goes to the horizon line right there, or the vanishing point right there, vanishing point right there. Make it transparent. You take this back corner, you run it through. Take this back corner, you run it through. Where do you want this to end? I'm going to end it right here because I feel like it. And then that's the back corner there. So I run it this way. That's the back corner there. I run it this way. Where it meets this line and this line meet, I drop a line down. Just like so. So you can kind of see, I'm just going to make this exterior line darker just so you can see it. Or so it pulls forward, a little line weight. So you can kind of see the form. I'll lighten this just a little bit. So there you go. So right on the horizon line, it goes back in space pretty quick. Next thing I'm going to do, 2-point perspective. 2-point perspective is pretty simple. Just like 1 point, except you have another point. So I'm going to put a horizon line right in the center. You don't have to put it in the center of the paper all the time. In this case, I will. Put a vanishing point here, put a vanishing point here, where this vanishing point was in the center. Basically, the difference between these two, in one case, you're looking head on the object or the side somewhat. In reality, this would be on a diagonal. That's why people, based in reality, if you're walking down a hallway and you're in the center of the hallway, then this would work. You could use this to draw from observation. And in any other case, it's good for typeface or other things that you can kind of play around with, but not reality. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is draw a corner. So if you're walking down a block, city block, turn the corner and you can see the street, one street in this direction, and you can see the other street in this direction. And you see the corner of the building that's closest to you. That's what this is. I'm going to put a dot here and a dot here. I'm going to connect this dot to the left vanishing point. Connect this dot to the left vanishing point. That's the left vanishing point. This is the right vanishing point, left and right. That's all we're going to call them. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is randomly, along this plane, I'm going to drop a line. There's 1. Randomly, drop a line. That's 2. Okay, I'm going to erase this, the horizon line. It just becomes unnecessary at the moment. I only had that there just to place the 2 vanishing points. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this far corner here, connect it to the right vanishing point. Back corner here, connect to the right vanishing point. Take this corner here, connect to the left vanishing point. And notice I'm not going all the way. I'm only interested in where they intersect, which is right here. That's all. So I'm doing all this work just to find that little spot where they intersect, which is like right here. And if everything worked out perfectly and you did this right, these should meet up and you can just drop that line, and that's the back corner. And I just did another video where I drew wheels for an automobile or bicycle or whatever. And this is the process in order to do something like that. So that is 2-point perspective. Now, again, you don't have to be right on the horizon line. You can throw a line, you can put a box anywhere you want to, as long as it's between these 2 points. You can't put one way over here. And that's why I like to put my points on the far right and far left. Again, I put these little 2 points here so I know what I'm connecting. And you just connect the dots. These 2 points to the right vanishing point, these 2 points to the left vanishing point. I'm gonna make a little tiny guy. Vertical line, vertical line. I take this back corner here, or this far corner here, I connect to the right vanishing point, throw a line in. I take this corner here, connect to the left vanishing point, throw a line in. All I'm worried about is where they intersect, which is right here. I don't necessarily have to follow that line all the way to the vanishing point. I'm just drawing the box itself. Again, I'm going to make this transparent. How do I do that? I take this back corner, which I didn't draw yet, and I bring it to the right vanishing point. And I'm doing this very lightly, so it doesn't compete with the lines that are closer to me. I take this other back corner right here, and I connect it to the left vanishing point. And again, I'm only interested in where they intersect, which is right here. And again, if you did this correctly, you can connect these 2 points, and then that would be the back line, and it should be a perfect vertical line. Continue this project and put 2 more cubes on it. So you're going to draw 4 rectangles, in 2-point perspective. So there's 3, there's 2, but you're going to add, you're going to make them 4. And then I'm going to do 1 more. In 3-point perspective, I'm kind of running out of paper, so I have this little guy here. The reason I'm holding it vertically this time, because 3-point perspective is a little different. All these lines, exception of the verticals, go to a vanishing point. In 3-point perspective, the verticals go to a vanishing point as well. Every line goes to a vanishing point. So but it's basically the same process. In this case, I'm going to put a horizon line down here at the bottom. Okay, so that's my horizon line, which is my eye level, and I'm going to put a point here and a point here. Usually they call this like either a bird's eye view, you're looking down at something, or you're looking up at something, an extreme view. So this could be like a mouse's point of view of a building of some sort. I'm going to put a third vanishing point here at the top, randomly somewhere in the center. I'm going to draw my first vertical line, but remember, the verticals aren't vertical unless I go directly underneath of it. But in this case, I'm just going to put it on a diagonal. As long as it connects to this vanishing point up there, I'm good to go. So what I'm going to do now is put a point and a point here, and I'm going to connect those 2 points to the left and right vanishing point, which is down here at the bottom. Connect this guy here, and then connect this guy here, and then connect this guy here, and connect this guy here. Perfect. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to establish how much of this I want to slice off. So I'm just going to put a little dot here, and I'm going to put a little dot here. I'll explain this in 1 second. I'm going to put my pencil here. I like to do this. This is a fast, easy way of drawing these in. And then I line it up there, and I just draw a line there. Same thing here. I'm going to line it up here, draw a line here. Okay, so this line connected there. And if it helps the viewer, if I connect these there, just so you understand that that's where I'm getting it from, that's third point. So basically all lines converge at the third vanishing point, the left vanishing point, or the right vanishing point. It's got to go somewhere. So where these two lines intersect right here, I'm going to connect it to the right vanishing point. Where these two lines intersect here, I'm going to connect it to the left vanishing point. Do you see where these two lines intersect? If I want to make this transparent, this is pretty fun. Take this point here, connect it to the third vanishing point, just draw a light line. I don't know if you could see that in the video, it's super light, maybe it didn't translate. I'll draw a little bit darker. And then you take this outside corner, or where these two lines intersect, the point that you made before, you connect it to the right vanishing point. Again, I'm only interested in where they intersect with that back line right here. And if I did everything correctly, if I take this line and connect it to the left vanishing point, it should meet exactly where I have that spot. It's a little off, but it's close enough. That's all I care about. So I basically made this, I'm just gonna make this a little darker, This is 3-point perspective, but this is making the object transparent. And again, I can erase this. This is unnecessary. I can erase this. It's all unnecessary. So again, put 3 of these guys in. Yes, you can go on top of the horizon line. The box can be down here. As long as you're in between the left and right vanishing point, but you're going to put 3 more in here. You can overlap. You can just overlap really quickly, and then I'll end this. All right, so I'm going to make one right here. I'll put it right on the horizon line. Why not? And I'll put it here. Put it here. And do it really quickly. Here. Here. I'm going to end it about right here. How do I know that? The vanishing point is there. I'm going to end this one. Let's do this one a little less. Put this one here. Remember, that goes there. So you can kind of see this box, and if I erase this box behind it, you'll see that it is in front of it now. And that's kind of the fun thing about perspective. You can create this illusionistic space just by overlapping as well, not just through perspective, that's the illusion of space, but overlapping even pushes things further apart. And to make this transparent, take this back corner here, bring it to the left vanishing point. Take this back corner here, bring it to the right vanishing point. Where they meet, just put a little dot. You'll get back to that in a second. Take this far right-hand corner, bring it to the opposite side, which is the left vanishing point. Take this far left-hand corner, bring it to the right side. Again, it's the opposite side. And then do you see where they meet right here? Hopefully this works out. If I connect these 2 dots, the ruler should end up at that third point. It's not great, but whatever. Not a great way to end the video, huh? So I'm just gonna stretch the truth a little bit and join those 2 dots together, a little right, that one, a little left of that one, then it kind of, so I just stretch the truth slightly to create that illusion. And then you can erase this here. You can erase the horizon line. You can erase all the stuff that can distracts you from seeing the form. And again, you can put more of these around, the little tiny ones back there. Just make sure you're within the vanishing points. Whenever we do 3-point perspective, I always have my students put the vanishing points way out here so they can utilize the whole paper. But in this case, I just want you to understand the assignment. So again, what you're gonna do, 1 point, 2 point, and hopefully you can see this all, and then 3 points. So there's 4 rectangles, 4 rectangles, and 4 rectangles, 3 separate sheets of paper. There you go.